these two individuals here were scheduled last Monday. Was it Monday? Last Monday to, was it to finalize? Help me out. To be in court to finalize a divorce. Okay, that was Monday. Today is Sunday. Y'all together. So, and you look like you're happy together too. Now, tell us a little bit about what happened. Because we already know the part that you're going towards. We already know. Going towards. But what happened?
Antoine and Kiona Gaines. And August 15th of this year will be 3 years we've been married. Well, we have five total. But one together. I think that we probably should have went a little longer in premarital counseling. As a matter of fact, I know we should have went a little longer. I think we went for about 4 months because at the time I was still stationed out of the state. And so we were trying to work on a schedule when I was in town. And so the counseling itself went well, but I think we needed more time.
They asked us, though, they said, are you going to get married, no matter what outcome, turns out with this, counseling? And we said yes. So,
right.
Yeah. I think our happy day, for me, our happy days were with other people because I couldn't be open and honest in my relationship. And I was just telling him the other day that when we used to go out to dinner, I would love when we would go with other people because then we can have real conversation and I could really laugh and really enjoy myself. So it was with other people.
Right. So. And I was old selfish, young joker. And, didn't know how to hold a conversation. I did, but not with my wife. Wasn't in tune to her. So when we went out, our happy days, like she said, were with other people. There were a few occasions, that we had happy events, if you will, that caused that day to be happy. But I think overall they were very limited. That first year, very limited happy days.
Very limited. When we first got married, we weren't even living together because you still lived in New Jersey because it was a long-distance relationship. So you still lived in New Jersey, and I had just had Jacob. So I had Jacob. It was me and Jacob for the first 2 months of Jacob's life, and then you moved in.
Right. I moved back, got off active duty initially, and
so then it was us trying to blend ourselves because I was used to just being a mom, not a wife yet. So
yeah, and so I would say the first couple of months was exciting, and then as we got settled into our relationship, real roles, we noticed that there were some tools we were missing. And being a blended family, we definitely realized now looking back, but then we didn't have the tools to be successful. We didn't. We had them available, but we were not using them at the time.
But it started out with just the three of us, and then about 6 months into the relationship, your daughter, who was 9 at the time, he moved her in. So then it was really hard to adjust because he had different ideas of what should take place and I had different ideas. So I had this little girl moving into my house trying to tell me what, or really trying to tell him and running the house because I wasn't allowed to, according to him, I wasn't allowed to discipline her. I wasn't allowed to tell her what to do. I just needed to be her friend. And that was new for me.
silent partner.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it initially started. And I had gotten so used to being a dad. That's pretty much all I knew. I had really no clue about being a husband. But I was good at the father thing, so I was very protective, if you will, but not understanding on who's first and who's second. So that was a transition that was tough for me, and I didn't do it very well initially.